so I'm hoping, well, A, that my car's not blown up. Have you ever had an intrusive thought? Well, I definitely have. Right here we've got diesel, dishwashing liquid, washing powder, and traditional radiator flush. Now recently, I just put my car back together, and when I did, I noticed that there was still quite a bit of rust in the radiator hoses. I've flushed it 3 times now and it's still dirty, so I thought, you know what, it's time to let the intrusive thoughts win. So today we're gonna put diesel through it, we're gonna put dishwashing liquid through it, and we're gonna put some goddamn laundry powder through it. Stay tuned. Alright, so right here I've dumped out about 1 litre of the coolant that was in the car, so you can kind of get a bit of a glimpse to what it looks like. It's got a slight oil film on top of it, like just ever so slightly, which obviously isn't that great, but we did just pull the thing apart and it probably has a bit of transmission fluid in it. So right here we've got about 1 litre of diesel that we're going to mix in with it. I would go full diesel, but I'm just not really sure if it'd catch fire for some reason, and we don't want that. But anyway, let's start with the diesel, get it on in there. So you'll see my pretty sweet, oh my God, it's tipping out the top. Oh, we're gonna have to clean that. Okay, we're back. I tightened the lid this time, so we're all clear. What is it? So funky. You know what? I'm just gonna take this lid off. Jesus. Now that is the good right there. Gonna be purring after this cleanse. Yeah, that's reasonably full. Now we start her up. Hopefully she doesn't do anything funky. I really hope it doesn't do something I'm not aware of, eh? I'm a wee bit nervous, that's for sure. If you look in the expansion tank though, there is like a clear layer of, like I don't even know, I guess solvent's lighter than water? Sits on top, maybe? But it's clearly dirty, so it might actually be cleaning. But I don't know, I'm not a scientist. Give her a rev. Oh God. Well, there's actually a lot of dirt and debris floating in there now. I think that's a good sign that it's cleaning. Because it was like, that's actually kind of doing something, I think. I don't know, I guess we'll shut it down, drop it out and see what we've got in the pan. Fuck yeah. See, diesel didn't look like that when it went in. So right here, this is what has come out after the diesel flush. It's got quite a few different layers on it. Nothing sticks to the finger, but it's clearly, I think that's the diesel layer on top, and then it's just got a whole bunch of shit in it. I don't even really know what it is, to be honest. If it's milky like that, it usually means that there's oil in the mix, so I'm hoping, well, A, that my car's not blown up, but the coolant was fine before, as you saw in the first shot, but it's really cleaned a whole bunch of shit out. I think all of that orange stuff is rust. I'm not sure though, because I'm not a scientist, but anyway, we now have dishwashing liquid and water. So let's get that in there. Give that a good clean out. Top it up with some good old demineralized water. I don't want any more rust, Jesus. Looks like we'll need some more. It's a bit safer than diesel, I think, so I'm not as stressed this time. It may bubble up and do some weird stuff, but at least it doesn't bloody catch fire. Not that diesel really does. Well, it does, but not as much as petrol. If you kind of have a look at the expansion tank, you can see it kind of looks like it's foaming, which I'm not super stoked about, but at least it's not frothing out the mouth. But it doesn't look, it's not too frothy though. I think the amount of solvent in there's really kind of dampens the foaminess of it, like it's kind of trying to eat away at the, or react with the diesel in there, so it's not overflowing with bubbles. Either that or we just didn't put enough in. But I'll give it a rev and then move on to the next step. That just looks like milk. Alrighty, so we've gone from a very solvent-topped, poop-covered rust bucket to a bowl of milk. And now we move on to the laundry powder. So we'll go 1 scoop, 2 scoop, and maybe a little boulder for good luck. Oop. Now, put some good old demineralized water in there. Break it down a little bit. kind of looks like porridge, but besides that, nothing too exciting is happening, which is maybe good. But anyway, while we let that idle, if you look over here, this is our dishwashing liquid one, and you can see a bunch of rust has settled on the bottom, which is actually kind of good. It's cleaned out some more rust, so that's a bonus. Hopefully with this one, it does the same thing. So it's been about 10 minutes, so we'll shut it down and see what we got. I cleaned the pan out, so we've got a fresh pan, so we'll be able to see if we got any more rust out of it. But yeah. So right here, we've just emptied out the washing powder, and it still has quite a lot of chunks, like the washing powder didn't quite break down all the way, so I'd assume. And there's still like a light film of oil on it. But anyway, but lastly, we're gonna do a proper SCA radiator flush, and hopefully that gets everything out, and then we'll be putting in our good so yeah. Put the real deal in there now. Hopefully that cleans out all of the that we've just put through it. Followed by some demineralizing water. Demineralized, not lysing. Doesn't do any lysing, it just is. Want a bit of head weight, so we've got this bottle on, bit of a high point, make sure it bleeds out properly. Probably should have mentioned that at the start, but that's okay. Alrighty, final flush. Looks like it still needs some more. She hungry. Or thirsty. You don't eat water, you drink it. What does the bottle actually say? "30 minutes, so we'll be back in 30 minutes. God, that took a long time to read that. This is what comes out of the washing machine anyway, so don't hate the player. No, nothing. Either all the rust has gone out or it's stopped getting rust out. Suppose we'll find out after this flush. Cool, so we've just finished the 30 minutes. We did a run in there, that's why the car's in a different spot obviously. But now we get to drop it for the last time and then check if there's still any rust left in the hose. So, usually you're supposed to wait for it to cool down, because when your engine's hot, it actually likes to have liquid there. I think I burnt my hand about 3 times doing that. I only dropped half of it for now, so we can take a pipe off and have a look. Oh, yeah. Oh. This one. Yeah, if you ever look in there, you can see that there's still rust in there. But hey, we got some out, so that's the main thing. I guess we'll just get new hoses. I imagine the block's at least cleaned out. I suppose I won't be able to look though. You know, I'll call that a 60% success. Most of it going in? Yeah, most of it going in. What's up guys? So we've just finished putting the green coolant back in after our flush. It's now been a week of, you know, making sure that it's okay. We've basically had no problem since putting the stuff in, and the only thing really of note is the overflow tank just has a wee bit of sediment, rust sediment in it, but the car hasn't missed a beat. So that begs the question, should you also flush your cooling system with diesel? Well, the quick answer is probably no, because it's diesel. But as you saw before, it does work. It does pull out some of the rust, and so at the end of the day I'll kind of call it a success. Maybe a 70% success, since the rubber hoses are still full of rust. So if your car's full of rust, replace your hoses, do a proper flush. I checked the water pump and it doesn't seem to have much rust left in it, so that's good. So yeah, 70%.